On our home servers, we claim allegiance to different factions, playing to measure individual skill, for the reputation of our outfits, or simply for the glory of battle itself. But we have longed for the spectacle and exhilaration of massive competition. Hundreds of players facing off on a level playing field to determine who will reign supreme. On this battlefield, players from around the globe stand together in their combined might as servers to participate in the ultimate expression of teamwork and the largest competitive events in gaming. The tactics from live server play will likely get you killed here. Organization and communication are key.
Hello.
Victory is seized by quick-thinking commanders and agile and creative squads. More than their individual skills, you must rely on your teammates to band together as a cohesive force to drive the enemy back. This is PlanetSide, the way it is meant to be played. PlanetSide Battle ServerSmash Tournament 2015.
Hello guys and welcome to PlanetSide Battles 3. This is going to be the Airstream for tonight. I'm going to be following the platoons of each server, Connery and Emerald. I'll try and get as much action as I can, but following these guys might be a bit difficult, but I'll try my best. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the stream.
This area is restricted. Clear out of that area.
So as we can see, there's a lot of enemy aircraft. There's a lot of TR aircraft that are Emerald around the base. This is quite normal for the start of a ServerSmash. Usually, teams like to use the Empire-specific fighters as just quicker transport rather than galaxies. So I expect a few of these guys will be the air platoon, and they'll be staying in the air trying to provide support for the troops on the ground. So we'll try and pick a few guys and see and follow them and see where they lead to.
maybe there's rumours of Emerald fielding their B team, although it's not really their B team, it's more like their Z team. I can understand where the mentality is coming from there. You want to rotate people, you have to make sure everyone gets a game in, so you put them in the game where the opposition's weakest, so that when you come across your next game, when you have strong opposition, because Emerald still needs to play against Briggs and they still need against Miller, they can have stronger players in those particular games. So I can see where that's coming from, assuming that's accurate today.
Yeah, but then you have the issue of we don't know when the team's going to be, get some morale up and play well, or do training, or put in, the extra mile and bring a really strong force forward, and then you can get yourself caught with your pants down.
Yeah.
Because historically, Emerald have been the strongest server, and Connery, recent performance has been lackluster, I guess, but it's never a saying that they could bring the best team out.
Guys, just to make this clear, because I did see chat in a second. Subterranean analysis, which also referred to as, well, I don't think I can say that on live, but it's Satan's, in the backside. It is a base in the beginning is actually, yes, it is actually quite easy to capture if you want to commit to it, because it is a third-party base. It's when it becomes the ownership of the enemy team, that's when it becomes significantly harder to take.
But don't forget, it's a weird 1-point base as well, because it has 2 1-minute shield generators you have to knock out to get to the point, so it's actually a 6-minute base.
It's a 6-minute base, and you have to understand, guys, if you've never come to PlanetSide before and you don't know anything about the way it works, is different bases have different capture timers, and I apologize for looking at the map all the time here. But basically, a small outpost like Rockslide is a 4-minute base time, whereas Bastion, even if you have all the points, including Split Peak, for example, is going to take 7 minutes at the least, and it can go up to way more if there's more points into contention. So how you manipulate your forces is where you usually go for the smaller outposts to flip them first, to then apply pressure on the larger ones at a later time.
And the large ones are a logistical nightmare as well, because basically
you don't even need to do that, because you can literally turn up to the 3-pointers, Bastion, Split Peak, take over the capture point, and then just cap it in the 1-second marker. You can totally not go to Split Peak for 6 minutes and 59 seconds, and then before, when you got there, you usually had to go there at the halfway marker, because you had to then fight the way back, so you always had at least 3.5 minutes base cap. Now it's a second. If you do it right, you can steal it in a second. If you drop 4 people on the 4 different cap points in Split P pass, assuming I've got this correct, you take all the 4 points, you then steal the cap. Because of the way that it uniquely works when it's a third faction base capture, that type of mechanic will not work when it's straight on red versus blue here in the map. That way you've got a swinging timer going back and forth. But against third faction, we have 3 large outposts, and this is going to be hilarious. I'm really looking forward to seeing this.
I mean, anyway, it's also, I think it kind of plays to Emerald's strengths on the Connery's strength as well, because if you look at how Emerald play, they've generally been really good at, making those last-minute saves, and also really, really good at getting the troops around the map, yes, but it's never a thing that you can bring the best team to steal a base in the last 1 minute and confidence to do that. You really need to be confident in your platoon's ability to get there on time and not, end up getting there 10 seconds late and you look like an idiot.
Well, Emerald is usually, just to be clear, we've got 2 minutes to go and I'm going to play an intro video in about 60 seconds, but Emerald is considered normally the strongest team, one of the strongest contenders in the ServerSmash, and Connery, along with Cobalt, is considered typically as one of the weaker ones. So if you're going to do a call here, you're probably going to call Emerald the winners, and the question is how badly do they win? But it's up to be debate depending on how much they've shifted their team around and how their gameplay and all that kind of stuff is tight changed for this particular game. But in terms of air game, I mean, what are we expecting here? Robert, you're following the air, right? Do you got any expectations what you might see in the next few seconds? Okay. Shrikity, why don't you go to the southern warp gate? Sorry for cutting you off, I apologize, I want to do that again. I just need to play the intro video because we've got all 1 minute and 10 seconds. We're back.
One minute until match starts. Get ready.
Where we come from, we each fight.
Hey, how's that for timing? 13 seconds to go. Cool. Well, I'm at the northern warp gate before watching the...
9,
I'm at the southern.
8, 7,
This is
6,
gonna be interesting.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go. Good luck, everybody.
And I forgot to mention, this is our 50th ServerSmash, half a century. Oh yeah. So now we have Connery East versus Emerald West, or, you know, just let's call it Connery versus Emerald, kicking off, and we can see already, oh, I tell you what, I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen, I usually turn the sound off, and so I'm wondering why I wasn't hearing lots of shriek. Any particular flight movement for your guys?
It looks like Connery is going in force towards the centre of the map. Maybe Bastion Ascent. Perhaps try to do an interdiction. Oh, nope, they're dropping.
I wonder what's going to happen to SNA. And this is the thing, usually a lot of people drop using they're trying. Usually one of the things that happens is the interdiction play at. They go from McCalla Ox, but usually sort of
big
try and do
Air
an
Force over
interdiction at
McCalla
Rockslide.
Ox. It looks like Emerald's getting the upper hand here, though, and yeah, the NC being wiped off.
Well, I'm not seeing much NC here at all. I don't know whether it's just me or...
Oh, no,
I'm having a hard time spotting them.
a little bit down, Robert, and I'm going to have to boost your volume. Apologies, because you're quite quiet. Say something now, Robert, for me?
Hello.
Yeah, that'll do. There you go. You were saying something about the air group?
Yeah, I'm not seeing much NC here at all, to be honest. I don't know whether it's just me. But yeah, I'm on the College Auxiliary, and NC seem to be few and far between.
Well, this is from the wider map. You can see that Raiden's landing's actually got 12:24. They don't need to be there because they've already got the ticker timing down. Rockslide has been ticked down by the North and the TR. Bastion's ticking. Split Peak is even numbers. Looks like Emerald is applying more pressure, or slightly more, on Soltic charging. I'm going to go to SNA. Because the thing is, you've got the delay with the...
All it looks like is Emerald are pulling out Sunderers maybe to get a separate defensive position. Try and hold it down.
Right, so with the game meta, guys, we talk about force multipliers. Wow, Vanguards and Lightnings from the beginning.
Hey, no, that's a good idea. It's just
absolutely, because it's such an exposed base.
And look at the Sunderers; they're getting destroyed on this point. This is what I ordered when I was on this lane.
They don't have air control, but they are getting bombarded from the sky, and they got nothing.
Yeah, that liberates the problem.
Maybe the Sunder with AA
There's
repair?
the Basil. No, it's anti-infantry guns on the Sunderers for some reason.
Yeah, so the repair Sunder actually needs to go up to the tank that's actually being used.
Okay, so we've moved to our own channel for the airstream. I'm seeing a big presence from the NC on Soltec charging station. There's absolutely no TR Goth in sight, and yet they still have the point, which is really quite surprising.
There's a massive split NC has a firm hold of this area at the moment.
I think the TR are holding on so long mainly because of their battle buses. They've got 2 or 3 battle buses on point, or at least they had. They're now dwindling down to just 2 now, I think. Yeah, the amount of NC presence is
what NC are doing here. They're pushing their air onto Alexicom, which is a base that can be heavily influenced by the Air Force. So they're swooping in now and taking out all the Sundies and Galaxies here.
So where is it you're fighting? You're looking. Is it a Raxicum substation?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I seem to have a few rendering problems, so there we go.
Looks like the Mussies are moving in now from the west to engage the air ball of NC.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of Reavers in the sky here. So actually it looks like the NC do have a quite good presence in the air. As I said, around Soltec charging station, they had complete dominance over there. Raxicom substation. I'm seeing a lot more NC around here now. It looks like reinforcements have arrived.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like one more squad of the Mussies came in from the north, but they're coming in like squad by squad and just getting killed by the ball of Reavers waiting for them. Yeah, it definitely looks like Connery has the upper hand at the moment in the airfight here. Even with the air dominance, it does look like they're gonna let the Araxicum substation fall, actually, which is surprising. Like a couple of air hammers could clear that point without any trouble at all.
So I'm not seeing much ground pounding here at all on Araxicum substation. I think the TR still have connection to the base. The TR still. Oh no, yeah, sorry. I thought it was new. I thought TR was neutral. Yeah, so the TR just captured the base, Araxicum substation.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. It's very weird for me. They had like complete dominance, but nobody was shooting like at all the infantry out in the open. So looks like they mostly focused on the air-to-air for the time being. They still have a huge presence, the NC, pushing back the TR for the time being, but...
It does seem like they're grouping up. Wow, I just saw an NC crash into a Galaxy, an NC Reaver. But yeah, it does seem like the NC are grouping up around Great Valley. Maybe they're gathering up their troops for a gal drop, we'll see. Okay, I think they're moving off now. I'm going to follow these Galaxies, see where they go. Don't seem to be going anywhere actually. So, do we know whether there is a gentleman's agreement for auto-air lock-ons in this match?
Oh, I've definitely seen quite a few lock-ons already, so I would guess definitely not. But it seems like the Mosses here are just a token force keeping the NC in place. Oh, here we go, NC actually pushing in now. On the
there's a lot of NC Reavers.
Yeah, because I was about to say, they did a good job, the Mosses, of just keeping the Reavers here, not really doing anything. But now with pushing back the Mosses, they can get a chance to go and put some hurt on the ground. Looks like NC are playing for lift core on the ground as well, so it's good for them pushing their... Oh, actually, it's neutral. That's strange that there's a fight there then.
So the TR are going heavily on the Bastion. They've got a lot of troops over the Bastion.
Yeah. I see that there's a platoon of NC on Lift Corps Central in a base that can't be attacked, so I'm guessing they're staging for a Bastion attack.
Actually, I think the TR do have connection. They have connection through Rockslide.
Oh, you're right. That's my bad.
I was curious. I think I should have followed those NC Galaxies a bit more, because I think they wanted to gal drop on the ascent. It looks like they gal dropped on the ascent, but yeah, I can't see where they went. I must have missed them in the air, which is it's a shame. There's still quite a few NC Galaxies here actually.
Yeah, I'm
I see.
The Galaxies with the JAF tag, I know that's the Connery Air Force tag, so it's probably a repair station.
Yes,
right here.
I'm looking at the little things on the side now. I think I see two repair Galaxies and one ammo Galaxy. So it's kind of like a pit stop, so to speak, for the NC Reavers, which is a really great idea.
It is definitely. I see at least 2 squads of Mosses, 3 maybe, coming in from the north now, trying to assault the Galaxies. And I don't really see the Reavers. I'm not sure if they're left or they're killed. Seems like Emerald is definitely pushing back now in the air in the center here.
See, I haven't really messed around with the repair galaxies too much, but I'd honestly think they'd be much better higher in the sky near the flight ceiling, so the NC Reavers just get out of the way and completely repair, and then because they are at the flight ceiling, they can sweep in, and, pick off a kill maybe. But to have them at the same level as the rest of the fight, I don't understand this.
I can totally understand why you would do this, because the galaxies, they both act as a repair station, but also for killed pilots that can spawn in the guns and start shooting immediately again. So when you have pilots who go down, they can jump right back in the fight in the walkers. So that's why you generally try and keep them with the airball, just for that added DPS. Looks like they pulled again Connery, fresh liberators coming from the warp gate. But they're slowly getting pushed back, it looks like.
I find it quite hard to pick off fights here. This is my first time trying to follow the actual game, and it's really quite difficult to know what to do. Like, do you pick a target and just stick with him and follow him until he gets a kill? And no.
Yeah, I'm trying to look on the overall movement of the air fights, because what I see now is Connery, they have a big ball up, but they get pushed back, and that allows the TR for go massively as ground at the moment at Lift Corp. And what we can probably expect is that Connery will try and get in here with their Reavers in a couple of minutes. So for the time being, the TRs hold up here, and they're doing a good amount of that ground work. And this is really one of those spaces, if you get the air dominance over this space, it's almost impossible to make it all the way to the point. It's such a long run, like in the open. So if Connery wants any chance of taking the space back, they really need their Reaver balls to come.
A huge Mozzie squad over Raven Landing, just absolutely shredded a galaxy. Must have been about 16 mosquitoes just all firing in a galaxy. Must have been down within seconds. That was quite the sight.
Yeah, I think Emerald sees the value in having the Air Force here, because air can really win or lose you difficult. So for the time being, it just looks like they have a squad flying up high, looking for galaxies, and the rest of their crew is pounding the ground here.
So I'm following a squad, or maybe 2 or 3 squads of mosquitoes. We're just over a Rexcom substation now. They seem to be regrouping. I think they're trying to find a target, because we're going back to where we were like 2 seconds ago.
I think they're looking for the airball. I'm gonna try and look for them myself. Looking at the map, I'm guessing they're at High Roads trying to push in. I'm gonna have a look. High
Road Station, where's that? I see,
the warp gate, yeah. Orex confirms. It could be a galaxy drop, but I just saw movement on the map here. Oh yeah, here we go. There's a few Reavers to the east of the squad we're just following. They're engaging now. Trying to provide cover for the Scout drop going in on Orex substation. It actually looks like the NC can make a play for this base if they manage to keep the Mossies away from here. So yeah, definitely all the Reavers have shown up here, trying to support this base capture. But for some reason they're not killing the Liberators and Mossies ground pounding here, which is a huge mistake.
Yeah, I don't think the NC air platoon got the memo. There's a huge mosquito force around Rexcom substation and Raven Landing, and absolutely nothing was done to get about it. The NC were letting their Sunders get take down bit by bit. I'm currently looking for the TR ground force on Rexcom substation, trying to resecure the base, but there's maybe like a squad, but yeah, just about one squad that's trying to defend it.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely looks like this will go in the way of Connery here.
Okay, I found some. I found the NC repair galaxies. They are above Rexcom substation, just to the south, just at the bend in the road. So here we got, this is the pit stop thing we were talking about. So we've got a repair galaxy and an ammo galaxy that, yeah. Looks like they're grouping up. There's a big NC presence over here again. Looks like they're trying to support our XCOM substation, make sure it goes through. It did go through. Okay, so yeah. So
that is excellent, but you can still see there's like one Mossy ground pounding just below these galaxies and nobody's killing him. They seem to be focusing a lot on the aircraft, not really like looking what's going on at the ground level. But it looks like actually the big airfight might be starting over the Ascent.
The Ascent, yeah, I can see this myself.
The
huge NC force from the south.
Yeah.
Huge push from the south.
This is a very smart move they're making here. The NC pushing this one big force instead of going in squad by squad as we saw the TR doing. It means they can take them by surprise and hit a lot harder in the opening engagement. It does seem to be going 50-50 at the moment here. More Mossies coming in now from the north. One squad worth just joined the fight here. And it does seem like TR, with that extra squad, they managed to get the upper hand here.
I'm really quite surprised the XCOM substation went through. Seeing the amount of TR Mozzies that had complete air control, over the base, they could have easily taken down all the Sundays and ground pounded, a lot of the point and killed most of the infantry. But yeah, I think the TR could have completely stopped the attack on the XCOM substation.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like a miscommunication. Maybe they don't value this space as high, but it seemed like it was open for the taking.
So I'm going to look to the north and see if there's any airfights going over there at, I think it was Quarty West Pass. So
I'm gonna stay in the middle then, see what's going on, but for the time being it's just the two balls smashing each other.
Yeah, that's what it seems. So there's I can't see any here at all. Quarty West Pass is completely infantry and vehicle. So I guess it's back to the Ascent.
And the fight is still raging here, and both sides are reinforcing as soon as they go down. But the thing about it is, if you just keep fighting the enemy up, you're not doing anything to help your ground force. So you need to push them away or split them up somehow. You're
completely negating each other. Like if they both stay in the air and just keep on killing each other, then it's a completely different game to the ServerSmash. It might as well be air and ground versus each other, and then air versus each other, because they're not contributing to the entirety of the game.
It is definitely.
The air isn't contributing at all, so.
But that is sort of to be expected in the opening of ServerSmashes. You usually see battles like this because you're trying to wear down the resources on the other side. There's two ways you can help out your team. Either it's by having complete air dominance, then you can basically ground pound where you want, or it's by outmaneuvering your opponent and go help there, go help like in the other side of the map, while they're just doing nothing. But it looks like both sides are going for trying to just kill each other off. So that's why in the opening you won't see them really do much, but once one side gets the upper hand, we'll start seeing it snowball, and they'll come and help the ground as well.
Okay, so I can't actually... Oh, there we go. My observer camera's bugged. I was like locked moving forwards, so it was very strange.
I've been having that as well. Again, it looks like NC came out ahead on this fight. It's quite even actually, going back and forth. I only count around a squad worth of Mossies to 20 plus reels at the moment at Ascent.
I think this fight is going to end when one team decides we need to help our ground forces. We need to move over to a different base and start ground pounding, because if not, they're both going to be sat here for God knows how long. And as I said, that it's not going to contribute to base capping at all.
But that kind of makes sense what the TR are doing, because they're outnumbered. But what they're doing effectively, they're staying above Raven's Landing, which just capped for TR. They know they don't have the advantage, so they can't really attack the ground. But in staying here, they managed to make it so the NC couldn't attack the ground either.
Yeah, okay,
so
I get that.
It makes sense in a way, but yeah, I think this will be kind of a stalemate for the next couple of minutes. The ball is really in NC's ballpark right now. They need to make a move to try and help their ground, because they're losing ground massively at the moment, and they need to leverage their aircraft as soon as possible.
So I'm seeing a huge NC force of McCullough's auxiliary. And the base entirely is inside. The capture point has a huge building that it can fit a whole platoon in. So I'd be surprised if the TR try and defend this with air. I mean, you can try and pick off a few Sunders, yeah, granted. But honestly, that's about it. So there's not really much the TR Air Force can do here. It's
unless they make a push on Arex's firearms, the way the spawn is set up is you can put a pretty decent spawn contain with air on that base. So it depends if their infantry want to go for that base straight away, and it looks like it's a 50-50 at the moment.
Okay, so I'm seeing about half a squad actually pushing towards the NC warp gate around High Road Station. They were getting very aggressive here. They're really pushing towards the warp gate. I suppose this is what you were saying. They're trying to whittle down the NC resources.
Yeah, and if you look at Arex's firearm rather, you can see the TR have, I'd say, about 20 Muslies just pounding, killing Sunderas, suppressing the spawn, and that's definitely what I would do in this situation. Connery is pulling Burster Maxes now, which is never, if the only counter you have is a single Burster Max, you're not going to have a good time. So we definitely need to see that NC force to come in and clean them off here. They are still managing to keep A and C somehow, but as soon as they get pushed off there, the Air Force will deny any reinforcement to those points.
So I'm going to take a quick look at the total kills. So far it looks like the TR are 900 kills ahead. Quite interesting. 4,000 kills in total. Yeah, it looks like it was that way from the start, to be honest. The TR, I just got the gap between the amount of kills between the TR and VS is just increasing all the time. And it looks like I'm wondering whether these any of these guys are squads. So the guy with the most kills is TR394 with 60 kills and 10 deaths. Let's have a look at the vehicles. That seems to be broken. So yeah, here we see the M18 Needle has got 130 kills. I'm trying to find the NC equivalent. It's the M20 Mustang, right?
Yeah, it is. Or you can opt for the Vortec as well.
Yeah, the Vortec Rotary's on 42 kills.
I'm searching for the NC Air Force at the minute because it looks like Connery, no, rather Emerald definitely have the upper hand. I just see them taking out a bunch of galaxies now here. I'm over. NC are pushing on Raven's Landing for some reason with their remainder of their Air Force, and Emerald have just shown up and killing them at the moment.
Sorry, where are you looking at?
Between Rex's firearms and Raven's Landing is a short, a small air skirmish at the moment. Actually, the Reavers are reinforcing it. Their entire platoon, it looks like, are pushing in now. They're just west of Rex's firearms at the moment.
I'm just looking at one TR Mosquito just flying in between all the Reavers. I suppose he was just hoping for one of them to crash into each other, trying to follow him and trying to pick the kill. That's quite funny sight to see. He managed to get quite far before he died. So yeah, it looks like TR has a dominance over Rex's firearms, which is sorry, the NC has a dominance.
Yeah, they made a resurgence, definitely. I think they were regrouping or something, but they're definitely coming back in force now.
They're even pushing as far as Raven Landing, I think.
Yeah. What they really should be doing now, the NC now, they have dominance for the time being. They should move their Air Force to Arexicum substation and kill off all the Sunderers there, because it's a back and forth fight and it's very close to capturing. So they should definitely go here, clean up the point and kill the Sunderers. Like they're just sitting above this base where they could be of a huge help if they went down and just took out the Sunday here.
So I'm currently looking at about 20 mosquitoes just hovering over the ascent. They were holding like a steady line and stopping any NC aircraft coming through. They're all picking their targets and they're firing at the same person, which I can't actually see, which is a problem. My render distance is on maximum, so I don't know why I can't see them, but yeah, they were playing very effectively as a team. Like they were picking the same target and shooting at it and killing it within seconds. And I suppose if you want to defend the ascent, and that's what needs to be done. You need to set a line saying they will not cross this line.
It looks like the mosquitoes are pushing in on Arex's firearms and completely caught off guard the NC Air Force doing ground pounding here. So it looks like they want to clean this up, but again, whichever Air Force gets over to Arexicum substation, that'll really be the decider if that base goes through or not. So I'm surprised I'm not seeing the Reaver Ball here, or the Musty Ball for that matter.
Rise to the moment you can prevail.
So yeah, I'm looking at two mosquitoes, and I think I saw one lead before, just ground pounding Arexicum substation. Absolutely no contention. I think there was the odd burst of max, but that was about it. And yeah, it does seem like there's a big miscommunication or lack of communication from the ground team to the Air Force. I'm not too sure how that is actually done in a ServerSmash and how orders are passed through. But something needs to be done. Because
yeah, but I definitely agree. It seems like there's a mismatch in what the air is doing and what the ground is doing, and each server tends to do it differently. Like somebody have people in the leader channel, like the air commanders, and some people do it differently. And yeah, it definitely seems like the Air Force just want to kill each other and are not really caring about the ground fights per se.
I think maybe one reason for that is on live you don't get many Sky Knights, or I don't know whether I should say Sky Knights, but it's skilled pilots who can find other skilled pilots to fight against, and I suppose that's quite difficult. And if that's what you prefer, being an aircraft, then if you're going to play in live, you're not going to find many fights. So to come to ServerSmash, where you will definitely find other people to shoot at. Maybe they just want to let some steam off, so to speak, and just play in the air. But that's not what you should be doing, obviously.
That's a good point, yeah. But I agree, that's definitely
1 hour and 30 minutes remaining now. 90 minutes remaining.
It's definitely not helping. I'm trying to locate the Reaver ball because they did have a massive platoon and
I found them. They're at Lithcop Central.
Down, so.
Lithcop Central.
Alright.
They're moving into the ascent
I
now.
see them. Yeah, that's a weird place for them to be honest, because there's no fighting going on here.
I suppose they're just trying to push the TR forces back. But yeah, the TR have an absolute really strong defence at the ascent. They've got the 2 anti-air turrets set up. They've got, I think, galaxies for the air repair galaxies. You know, waiting for the Mozzies to come back in. They've really locked down this defence of the ascent, and it's kind of like a forward command point. The Mozzies can fall back. They can even pull Reavers, mosquitoes from the ascent. I think it's quite advantageous. I think the closest one that the NC have, I think, is their Axis firearms, and that's not really the best because it is low ground. The mosquitoes can come over that hill and just absolute ground pound, and it would feel like they were coming out of nowhere because, you know, they're just popping over the hill and shoot you. You know, there's not much you can do about that. So really, the safest bet, I think, for the Reavers to be pulled is from the warp gate, which is just a big disadvantage for the NC.
Yeah, I agree with you, definitely. It looks like the Reavers are actually pushing in on Alexis firearms now. Killing off the galaxies, TR galaxies here, and I already saw them kill one Sunderer, so it's definitely a good place for them to be at the moment, because that base is under heavy contention. So if they can clean up the spawns and clean up the infantry here, they can push on to, you know, further other bases.
This is really quite the sight. I keep, like, all the time, I'm seeing mosquitoes like picking their targets. I'm seeing 7 lines of fire, all going for the same Reaver. That Reaver has absolutely no chance of living. They will be killed within seconds, and that is really good team play. That is strong team play, and that's how you get your that's how you get air dominance.
That is definitely a good thing, yeah. Again, we see the Mozzies at Ascent and the Reavers at Raven's Landing trying to engage in a fight here, but again, I'm not sure I agree with this choice, because there's no tactical gains from attacking the Ascent with the aircraft. Right? There's no bases in intention in the area at all. Yeah, the Reavers are much better spent trying to clean up Arex's firearms, or even heading up to Quali in the west to try and help there. Like, this is just air fights for the sake of air fights, and not really helping anyone.
So I can see a lot of NC Liberators and Reavers trying to take down a galaxy that was heading towards Raven Landing, and they just couldn't do it. They did not get there in time, and they really need to group up their forces and do exactly what the TR have been doing. If you can get seven Reavers all firing at the same galaxy, it will go down in seconds. And those vital reinforcements to Raven Landing would not have got there. So yeah, Terra, just pretty bad miscommunication, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking at Deep Core Geolab at the moment, and we see a lot of NC ground forces and 1 squad of TR Air Force here. They've picked up 4 spawn Sunderers now, going on the 5th and last one, and there's no NC contention with their aircraft. They could easily move west and forget about Ascent, move west, go help their ground forces at this base instead. But so far there's no Reavers to be seen here. It's just pure nose gun mosquitoes focus firing the zombies one by one here, and one Liberator just killing infantry.
Yeah, just look at the mini map. All you see is TR mosquitoes. Yeah, surprisingly, the NC still have the point. Very surprisingly. Honestly, I'm looking at the population now, and it's about 2-1 for the NC. The NC being the having twice the amount of players. I'd honestly say the amount of TR forces are all in the air. So maybe I don't know really good air tactics, but maybe the TR are trying to clean out the point, letting gaining air superiority, and then waiting for a TR Galaxy to come in, drop on point, and re-secure it in the last second.
Yeah, that's definitely good play by TR here. Sending in Air Force at the beginning of the capture, they killed all 5 Sunderers, and now when the TR infantry comes, they can just clean the point and then the fight is over.
Okay, so Pop is starting to even out here.
And you see all the mosquitoes have left now. There's no Sunderers left to kill. They left their ground pounding Liberator and then moved on. It's definitely a good call by the squad leader here.
So I'm just going to watch on the floor, on the ground, and see. Yeah, they're absolutely easy play. The TR did bring quite a lot of forces in, about 4 Maxes and about 2 or 3 squads. But yeah, that play they did, taking down the Sundays, gaining air superiority. That is what you need to do. That is communication, and that is how you play ServerSmash.
Imagine if the opposite had been the case. If one squad of Reavers had been here, then they could spawn contain them for days, and the NC Maxes didn't even have to fire a shot, and the base would be captured. So, there was a lot of Reavers flying, but they were just not at the right place at the right time.
So I think the NC's problem is they keep on trying to attack Raven Landing and the Ascent area when they don't need to, and nothing good will come of it. Like Araxis firearms, that's taken down for the TR. The TR contested that base, so all forces at Raven's Landing are just there's no point in them being there.
It is a waste.
It is a waste. But the thing is, like, the amount of NC Reavers that are trying to take over Raven Landing, again, they're just wasted because they can't even cap the base. They need to be somewhere else, supporting troops away from the Ascent. For some reason, they're trying to gain this middle territory. Like, all the Reavers are trying to gain this middle territory, and it's not going to bring that much use to them, to be honest. They need to focus on the other lanes and give them a bit of support.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking at it now, and it's only about 8 mosquitoes being camped by a swarm of Reavers around this tower here. And all these Reavers are doing nothing. These mosquitoes are just buying time, and they can do this all day. Just keeping all the Reavers here so the mosquitoes can ground pound at other bases like we saw before at Decor.
Oh, so huge NC force on Raven's Landing.
Yeah, they're just camping the Ascent Tower.
Actually, it's just to the northeast of Raven's Landing, just between Araxicum substation. There's a huge NC force. They're just sitting here. They're just sitting here. I don't know what they do. They're twiddling their thumbs. These forces could be better well spent in other bases. They could help the Zealous lane and help the NC push out. They could be over Quarty Arm Station, trying to make sure that doesn't go through. They could have helped on Deep Core Geolab and made sure that went through. But they're sat here and they're doing absolutely nothing. In fact, they're even retreating back to the warp gate. I have no idea what the NC forces are doing here.
No, I think this is the correct call NC are doing now. They realized what we've been talking about. They make the call, disengage this fight. They're pulling south, and now they're pulling west, away from Ascent and over to the other line. So I can definitely agree with this. So let's hope that their force gets put to good use, because as I've seen it, they have the upper hand. They win the air fights. They have superior numbers. They just need to use them properly. And I'm following these Reavers now. They pulled all the way to Vokuk Am Station, and now they're pushing north. So let's hope they can actually position themselves where they can do some difference in the fight here.
Okay, so I've caught up with you here. I'm over Westpath Watchtower right now, about to go into corporate communications. So yeah, let's see how good these anti-reavers do. Let's see if they can actually influence the battle. I hope they can, because as you said, they are a good force. They've got the right numbers. Just need to communicate with the ground more, and you know, pick their targets, figure out where they're needed, and go help.
Yeah, and I see that the first Hornets raining down on the pure poor lightnings here, and there's one Sunderer. They've spotted it now, starting to put fire on it. So definitely, it's a big help. The Reavers coming here, cleaning up the Sunderers and allowing the ground forces to push out on the lanes here.
Actually, there's not many TR forces here at all. And on the next base, there's 3 TR forces. Maybe in this base there's about a squad and a half, according to the populations. I mean, in the amp station itself. So yeah, if the NC can get air dominance, well, obviously they have got air dominance. They need to keep it. They need to stay with it and allow the NC allies to push up to the next base. You know, gain some superiority, get their Sundra set up. And maybe they can start pushing back. So because the in-game territory control graph is the only one we have, I'm just going to tell the territory control currently stands at 63% for the TR and 36% for the NC. So yeah, the TR have pushed quite a lot. They've gained a lot of bases.
They got all the bases quickly, and now they're stuck at the Biolab, Orexis Firearms, which is a pain to take, and the amp station. So they stopped bleeding. The only lane that's pushing forward for Emerald is the Hayoka Armory one. And it looks like the Reavers have showed up here, so let's hope they can help out their friends here. It is an underground cap base, but you can still help by killing Sunderers, and then all you really can do is leave it up to your infantry.
Leave the restricted area immediately.
Somehow the TR managed to get inside the amp station partly, which is bad news for the NC. I'm just looking for the TR Air Force now.
Looks like I'm going to need to restart my my computer. I get a bit of FPS issues here. Sorry about the stream, but I will be back very quickly.
Yeah, we could. How is my mic sounding? I think it's like because all right. Yeah, we could do that definitely.
Okay, sorry about that stream. I should be back now. So what's happened since I've gone, Seb?
Yeah, but it's looking like it's been looking for a while now. Actually, the NC definitely seem to have the upper hand in air engagements, but distract them a bit to put their dominance into effect. While the Mosquito are doing like a harassment style fighting here, trying to keep the NC from the ground. Not sure it's because maybe the TR Emerald, maybe they don't have as many people in the air that could explain the way they're acting, or they're simply just getting killed. That could be the case as well. But NC did bring the Air Force over to RX's firearms and cleaned that up once. But now they're struggling like between Hyoka Tech Plant and RX's firearms is where the most of the fight is going on. Again, not a place that has any influence on the ground fighting. And TR are pushing heavily on Hyoka Tech Plant, which is a huge issue at the moment.
Okay, so do you see a big Air Force anywhere? Is Arax's firearms, is that a big contention point for the game?
Right now, the NC have pushed their air up to the tech plant, but sadly there's not a lot the Air Force can do about the tech plant, but their entire Air Force is here fighting what seems to be one squad of Mossies against like 3 squads of Reavers here. We're just northeast of Hyoka Tech Plant up high, and it's a cool little air fight going on, but the Mossies are definitely outnumbered here. And again, we see the repair galaxies from Connery here, and they've been put to great effect. I see a lot of burning Reavers coming up and barely making it out alive with the repairs, so they definitely know how to use those. And as we speak, the last Nazis are being killed off, and the Reavers are returning to the tech plant, but as I said again, there's not a whole lot the Reavers can actually do with this tech plant. They really need more infantry here to come save the space. It's not a big hole, there's 2 squads of infantry in here, so... It's a huge issue.
So yeah, it looks like the NC Air Force have come in to support any dropping troops for the Hyoka Tech Plant. Let's see a few galaxies. I assume that they've dropped quite a lot of guys on point. Yeah, did you have to put back again? See, I'm not seeing very many guys on balcony. So this NC Air Force better be dropping some troops soon, otherwise there's no point having this entire Air Force here if they can't contribute to the fight. They need to get guys dropped on point safely, securely, so they can resecure the base, and they need to do it fast. There's 45 seconds left. It's looking bad for the NC.
And it's not really more than, I'd say, 25 infantry and 2 harassers holding this point here. Like one push from the NC and they get this back.
So, oh, the NC are on point. They are on point. They resecured it, and there's a TR Max sitting on Big Gun, and he's oblivious. He's absolutely oblivious to the hordes of NC behind him. The TR resecured the point again. This is going to be a last push from the NC, and I think it's going to be it's bad news.
It's bad news. I'm looking for the TR Air Force in the meantime here.
Yeah, the NC have just resecured the point about 2 seconds too late.
That's so
they need to be faster.
Yeah, I actually found a huge airfight here over Raven's Landing and Lift Corp. At this time, a fair amount of mosquitoes have actually shown up to fight the Reavers, but again, I mostly see mosquitoes dying here.
Yeah, so the N, I saw this with the TR. The NC have decided, you know, we need to group up. We need to call our targets. All pick the same guy. And from what I've just saw, it looks like it's happening, and that's good. So, do you want to hop up into the mainstream channel and just have a quick chat about the air?
Yeah, we can do that definitely. I think I need to be moved though. That sounds good.
User was moved out of your channel.
So we thought we'd come to the main channel and just talk a bit about the air game and what we've seen so far.
Sure. Hey Seb, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine, mate.
So why don't you tell me about the Air Forces in play?
Yeah, well, what we've been seeing mostly, we've been following the air fights here, and it seems like actually Connery have come out ahead when it's like air fights going at each other, but they've been struggling to translate that into helping out the ground forces. Like they'll kill off the Mozzies, but then they'll not really help out the ground. They're just looking for more Mozzies to kill. So if they find a way to translate their air power into helping the ground, I think they can stop some of the bleeding at least going on in the territory right now.
Yeah, but it's painful. They've lost firearms. They've lost Hyoka in the last few minutes. These are like halfway through the game. They can get dominated here. The problem is that now that Rax's firearms has been controlled, High Roads and Barrack Electrical, you're going to start cutting off territory. I mean, it's going to get very painful very quick because you've got Rax's firearms. If they can push High Roads, Barrack Electrical, and Aramax, it cuts off all of the territory on the left side of the map. It's just absolutely brutal. And the fact is, I don't see how Connery can stop this. This does not mean being necessarily negative of them. It's just, you know, Emerald in this game has just been rampant. I mean, and you're saying with the air, they're getting some sort of air control, but it's just not. Are they all like air-to-air setups, or do any of their guys have like an air-to-ground or that type of support?
We have mostly seen air-to-air. We've seen Coyotes and lock-on missiles. There've been a fair few of Hornet missiles, but they've mostly been engaged in air-to-air fighting for the whole match.
Okay. Well, I'm currently looking at Hyoka Chemical, and I'm just watching the defense here. Oh, have the air battles been good to watch at least? As we quiet, it's going to go down in 35 seconds. Go check that out. Have the air battles been decent to watch, and from a spectator point of view? Or...
Yes, it is accurate.
Oh, okay. Thank you, man.
The only thing that doesn't work is facility shit in a minute.
Okay, thank you. I'll go back to weapons and kills in a sec. Wow, check down Kwai-Yam. Even though the Kwai-Yam, the SU is down, that's why they can't get back. Because the long flight time and the air control over Hyoka and Hyoka Chemical is making it very difficult. And it's such a long, obscure reinforcement time. Even though the shields are down, there's just spawn options, Sunders, and they've barely got anyone here. They've got a bare skeleton crew. Hell, you could fly a Valkyrie in the freaking doors and land on the point, and you could probably make a save if you were that desperate.
That's the
okay.
Emerald, Connery have lost all three of those major bases that they really shouldn't lose.
Biolab's Biolab and the RNC. If they lose their list,
that's
then
the only
all
one they
hope
have
is
left.
lost. Yeah, and we can see the High Roads is maybe a distraction cap going on, but Hyoka Chemical is now beginning to tick down. Let's go check that one out.
A huge air force just left the Connery Warpgate. I think they're off to defend High Roads.
Thing is, if you send too big of an air force to a certain base, it prevents the defenders from actually spawning in. And I realize there's not many defenders here, guys, and it's kind of a boring-ish stream. There's not much fighting going, but I am really just curious whether or not Connery brings numbers in to save Hyoka Chemical.
Come to High Roads if you want as well. There's a decent fight here. It's an outpopped Emerald, but they're making a nice defense. Or attack, but they're defending the point at the moment.
On wait.
One tactic we have seen from Connery is the use of the repair gals and the ammo gals. There's constantly been 3 of them all grouping together as a mobile, you know, like command point, so to speak. I haven't seen this much in ServerSmash, but yeah, it seems quite effective. Quite a lot of Reavers, and we're coming back to it and falling back.
Apparently, that technique was first done by Briggs, and I completely ignored it in the stream, and that was my bias against Briggs, because I completely ignored Redlin when he was talking. It was like, oh yes, wow, they're using this amazing galaxy technique, double them, blah blah blah, backing each other up. That was before the repair thing was the thing, and it was just guys backing themselves up, and I was like, oh, look at this base over here. So credit due to where credit's due, Briggs apparently was the first guys to set that up. And 20 seconds to go, and then High Road's now finally going to be saved. Yes, oh wow, but check the kind of conga line of bodies coming in from the right side. This entire convoy of NC vehicles from Connery going to the left hasn't noticed the Sunder on the right, and it's mouthed Emerald to get all this
remaining
population
in the match. Now, 60 minutes remaining.
I think there's going to be Peekaboo around the corner.
Ooh, I just pulled the desktop, that's it.
I'm seeing quite a huge Connery Air Force over Zealous Biolab. It looks like they're trying to support their friendlies inside the biolab and actually start pushing up this lane.
With an Air Force on a biolab.
Yep.
Bart, I don't know if you know, you've got the elevator bug thing.
This was a really nice re-attack by Emerald on the Pirates.
Oh no, I'm firing at people. I'm influencing the game. Oh wow, I hit someone. It was my own team, it counts, right?
Mail. The
admin abuse.
How do I get rid of the elevator bug?
Out and in observer cam.
In and out. Alright, done. I'm in and out the observer. There we go.
Mail. The WebSocket. The page says 69 Connery and 9001 Emerald.
Does it?
It's over 9,000.
It's over 9,000.
Fucking Goku has an effect. Goku have hacked the percentage territory score and give themselves over 9,000. Disgusting.
Well,
I'll have to change it.
That's pretty brutal. That's Illuminati confirmed. Bazzino, where are you, dude? Seriously, do you not see the signs for showing you right now?
Abuse.
Seriously,
Vegeta from Goku has affected our ratings.
Right, so 2.5 minutes, 53% population. Look, Cobalt, what the hell are they doing there? Nothing. Connery's got population advantage slight. But as Emerald's on top side. Now, the problem is Emerald doesn't have like force multipliers like they do here, and if anything, the Air Force here is definitely in Connery's favor. Looks like the Sunder they had is gone. There's no spawn beacons, so it's all
they're doing a really good job, though.
But
when they see these aircraft, they're shooting them. They're just shooting them with guns. I mean, it sounds stupid, but if enough people shoot Reavers with guns, they will explode, and they can't just sit there and hand their army.
Yeah, and it's working with Beacon respawning. No maxes. I mean, Connery can come in here from the spawn room because they've got air control. They're not going to be molested from outside. And if they come in as a team with a max or two, with engineer support or two, and just a couple of heavies and whatnot, and not going piecemeal one at a time, they can crush this TR force.
Okay, so we're going to hop back to our own channel.
Okay, bye here guys. If you want to see more of Seb from Miller and Robert from Miller and me from Miller and Tricky from Miller, like if you haven't realized now, it's freaking Miller Illuminati, then you need to go to PlanetSide Battles 3 if you want to watch the air game, guys.
Okay, see you guys.
Oh wow, channel.
So yeah, there's a huge battle over Axis firearms. The TR really focusing on those repair gals. They're trying to take down the mobile spawn point, mobile command point, I should say. It's not their spawn point.
Yeah, I'm seeing that now, definitely. But it looks like the Reaver forces have split up a bit. I'm not sure it's due to frustration of staying grouped up anymore, or it's a tactical decision splitting up. But it does make it so that the Mussies have and with their few numbers, they can pick off Reavers here and there. As I say that, the Mussies just got swarmed by Reavers. I'm at the Raven's Landing just above it. There's an airfight going here, and funnily enough, we have the TR Galaxies doing the same thing, shooting at the NC Galaxies here, doing the repair station thing.
What are the TR Galaxies for this?
directly above where Raven's landing.
Yeah, I see.
But again, it's a weird place to fight for air superiority because it really has no influence for the fight.
Yeah, as you said before, they are fighting for the sake of fighting now, and they really need to get their act together. They need to go to the bases that are being contested and help the friendly forces.
Like I see some, I actually see the NC attacking Chimney Rock. They've just now managed to kill the Sunderer, and we see a few air hammers here shooting the infantry. So this capture point is fairly in the open, so these Reavers can really do work, and if the infantry would only push up behind them.
The thing is, they have air control over Chimney Rock. They should be using this while they can. They need to, fire on the point, around the point, and kill the TR forces. They could have easily killed half the forces at Chimney Rock. Yet they sat in the sky and kept on firing at Mozzies, which is not going to do them any good. The whole point of having an air squad is to try and gain superiority, and then use that leverage to help your ground forces. The point of the game is not about capturing. It's not about having the best air. It's about capturing territory. The air is there to help you capture territory, and if you don't use that, it's silly. Really, it is really silly. So we see the TR by capping Chimney Rock Depot, they've effectively captured 3 points, 3 bases. They've got Tumas Skylance and Tumas Tech Planet itself. And obviously, due to the new capture changes, these 2 bases don't even count anymore. They do not count to the territory control graph. So currently we see the TR on 74% and the NC on 22%.
But we're actually seeing NC making a push out of Cellar Spyweb, and this would be a perfect place to send your Air Force to try and help these outposts getting taken down. But the only thing I see here is 3 mosquitoes with branches.
I see about like 6 or 7 mosquitoes.
Oh yeah,
again,
you're right, yeah.
The really mismanagement of your forces here. Oh, okay, that's bad. I just saw 2 mosquitoes crash into each other. That's also bad management of resources.
Yeah, definitely.
See you later to those 350. But yeah, so we saw the NC Air Force around Zealous Spylab before, and they did a really good job. They helped get a push out of Zealous, allowed the NC forces to start pushing out onto the lane. So Zealous Northgate, I think. I'm still not used to the new UI changes. I think this is still tipping. Zealous Northgate is still taking in NC favour. So yeah, this is good.
These Muzzies are definitely an issue. They're killing all the max support, trying to use the jump pads here on the biolab. They're just coming in, killing max by max, after max after max. So the NC really need at least the communication. They need to tell their command we need their support. And all these Reavers flying about, they need to go here. Here, yeah, sure, go for the air kills, kill the Banshee Moses. But even if you don't ground pound, they'll still help your team push out here. I'm very surprised not to see the Reavers try and come over here.
It's even got to a point where there's a TR Sunderer right next to the point on Zealous Northgate. I don't see any NC Sunday in sight. Actually, yes I do. Don't worry. But yeah, they really need to realise that they're doing really no good being up in the sky if they're not going to help their ground forces. So Barrack Electrical is actually ticking in TR favour right now. If they get this, it's the start of the it's where this game really ends. If they get Barrack Electrical, they've got a strong foothold. They can get the Erection Cryobank. That's 4 bases captured. And then if they get Aromax Chemical, there you go. There's the whole Quarty Wocook lane. It's match over if Barrack falls, in my opinion. You cannot let Barrack fall. If they even get like a slight foothold in Aromax Chemical or the Erection Cryobank, that's it.
Here's a question: if Oraximax Chemical Co, if that gets cut off there, all this territory doesn't count. will it push the territory percentages high enough to just instantly lock the continent?
I think it will actually, because if we have, I think you're allowed 2 bases or 3 bases or 2 bases, and you can get 6% with that. So yeah, I think it's entirely possible. So yeah,
interesting.
So if Bark Electric goes and then Amerish Chemical goes, I don't think that in itself will actually cap it, because there's still 5 bases that belong to the NC. But yeah, if the Reactor and Cryobank goes, then as well as those 3, then yeah, that is absolutely definitely it.
That's instantly game over. That's horrible.
Honestly, what I think the TR should do now is go for West Pass. It's a big base. Just put a lot of air forces over West Pass Watchtower. If you get a lot over there, B and C point is easy. All you need is a good infantry squad to get in the A point. As soon as you get this, you can go straight for the Evoker camp station. You can steamroll through the. Again, there you go. There's another 6 bases. They could just completely ignore Quati Mountain Complex, in my personal opinion. They've got so many forces on that base, they don't need to be there.
The Reavers have actually showed up now at Cellars and are actually forcing through the cap on the West Air Docks, which is good play. We were just talking about it, and as I say this, the NC or TR just pushed into Segay, because the Reavers left. They left the spawn contain, and then the TR could just rush out and get on the point here. At the same time, the TR managed to get all points in Biolab, so it's definitely not looking good here.
Oh, that is bad news. Barrack Electrical just fell with, I think when I saw it, it was 68 to 31% population. This is bad news for Connery, for the NC. Oh, it is capping back straight away though, so I don't think. No, our ghost cap was not was not available at the next 2 bases. So yeah. Barrack Electrical should not have fell, but they have resecured it, so the NC are saved for now. But I can imagine the TR will come back. They will storm it even bigger and go defend it, and then again it's back to Rex and Cryobank or Amerish Chemical, and then that is game over. So yeah, it's a shame to see this. I mean, we saw a great play from the NC just I think it's about half an hour ago, but no, they've completely let Zealous fall. The mismanagement in resources. I saw 12 to 24 at Zealous Northgate when the Biolabus had been halfway capped. You know,
yeah.
They just realised, you know, we're being back capped. There's absolutely no point us being at this base, and they need to turn around. Yeah, there's absolutely no air support over Zealous, none at all. I can totally see NC Reavers coming along, taking down TR-70s.
I'm following actually the main NCR force, and they're just in the vicinity. They're Granite Valley. If you go north up until and go west from West Airdock, the NC Air Force is pushing back the TR. They're pushing all the way to Araxicum substation now. Again, we see the same thing. Like the TR seem to lose every single air fight. I find like they just got wiped here. NC have a massive air force here, but they just need to put it in effect, and like they could go to the Biolab. They could have helped the West Aircraft. Now it's sadly too late, but they really need to figure out how to use these air forces effectively.
So yeah, I'm seeing total superiority of for the NC, sorry, around Zealous. I'm not seeing any TR aircraft at all. So that makes me wonder where have they gone? You know, where's the TR? I can imagine they'd be resecuring West Pass, as I said. Just throw loads of air at this base, get it ticked down, and then nick it over to Warcook. And yeah, that looks like it looks like that's the case. The TR have air superiority. They've held down B and C, and they just need their ground forces to go attack A. Yeah, exactly what I said. So this is good play. This is what you need to be doing with your Air Force. You can't be sat in the air just killing people for the sake of killing people. You need to get to where you need to get to bases that matter, and make sure it flips.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm following the NC Air Force because it looks like they have a plan. Like they're all moving together right now, and they're pushing west. They're just above Orex's firearm. By the looks of their pushing to Tumas is the direction they're going. They're flying above Tumas at least, which is weird. Can't really do anything here. But I'm guessing they might want to go to West Pass.
Oh, bad news.
Tower.
Here comes the NC forces. NC Reavers coming into West Pass to make sure it gets resecured. This is nice play. This is what I like to see now.
Yeah, this is the NC force I've been following. They've come with their full platoon to this base here, so it's beautiful airplay. Coming in, kill the Sunderers. They need to get there's a few cloaked Sunderers here they need to find. When this base is insecure.
That's one TR somebody down. Yeah, this is... Excuse me. Yeah, this is what I like to see.
And this is what they should have been doing the whole match through. Like, when you've killed the Nazis, go help your people on the ground. Like, this is a prime example.
Exactly, exactly this. There's absolutely no point fighting fighting each other over a base that's not even in contention. They got word that the TR forces were the TR aircraft were fighting them at West Pass Watchtower, giving them the like. And I got passed through command, and command said, Air Force West Pass Watchtower, go defend it. And this is exactly what's happened. They need to fight over a base that matters, not over a base that can't be contended. You know, this is what you need to do. So yeah, Connery have started to step up their game, and you know. This is good play.
But here comes the big thing now, because we see Barrack Electrical is about to be secured in favor of TR. And
if you look at the next two bases,
Aramax, yes,
yeah, they're both getting ready to be coast capped.
Yes, so the Air Force is great. You helped the Watchtower. Now you need to go clean up all the Sunderers of these two bases, so your infantry have an easy time of getting there.
Oh, this is bad. Look at genuine physics. It's on the west lane, just beneath Quarty Amp. There must be what, like three, maybe 4 squads of NC forces at this base. They need to realise that if Aramrak's chemical falls, there's absolutely no point of them sitting over there.
Yeah, we see the Reavers and the entire force moving in on Aramax now, so this is definitely good. They just need to be quick about it, kill off everything, and then they need to quickly move to the carbine as well.
Oh yeah, this was a quick move from NC. This is what I like to see. They found the Sunderers, they coordinated with themselves, and they took them down very quickly. That was great play from NC. They did not let the TR get a foothold. Great play from NC. So
but they need to realize, yeah, exactly, and they need to realize that there's they've killed the Sunderers. There's nothing more we can do here. Yep. They need to head over to the east and do this exact same at that base over there.
I was just about to say that. Yeah. So I see TR aircraft over Cryobank. So yeah, we'll I expect to see a good fight here. There's only a few aircraft to be honest, but yeah, let's see them be taken down, and let's see the Sundays getting cleaned up exactly like last time. Let's see this point secured. As soon as Aramax Chemical resecures, I really expect to see Barrack Electrical flipping. Oh, you're saying that Barrack Electrical flip now? They have connection to the warp gate. Barrack Electrical needs to flip now and secure that lane. Otherwise, you know, it's going to be throwing away bases. You're going to be throwing away a lot of bases.
Here comes the Reavers to Cryobank in the east.
Yeah, so I just see a big drop on point. Let's have a look at the so I see a few mosquitoes, a few Reavers over to the northeast. Honestly, that's about it. I don't see many other aircraft around here. I can see the NC forces are coming in from the warp gate now, but yeah, they need to find the Sundays, take them down quickly, and resecure.
Even NC Liberator going to work here on the Sunderers, just took down 2. The 3rd and 4th one just got killed with the help of a friendly Sunderer in there, so cleaning up the Sunderers, now it's up to the infantry to get to the point inside here.
Just in of itself, just killing the Sundays, it helps significantly. You know, every attacker that gets killed basically can't respawn unless there's a medic around him. And,
exactly.
You know, there's quite a few occasions where people can't get revived. You know, maybe they're just too far outside the building, they overextended a little bit. Each time that happens, that's one less person you have to deal with. You know, taking down the Sunras is a big deal, and also more people can't redeploy inside. So you know, to get Sunnis down, it is the key. Then you can start securing the base, and that's exactly what we just saw. So the A point is now flipping back to NC.
I've just witnessed again a small air fight. It looks like it really to me looks like the TR only have this, like in the beginning they had a full platoon, but after like half an hour, my best guess is they're only running 2 squads of air, because every fight I see is very few Mussies and shit ton of Reavers. The Mussies just losing out in every fight, but the Mussies pull back, they swing around, and then they just come and hit another base, where the Reavers are too slow to react to the playstyle of the Mussies here.
So I see a TR Sunday coming back into the Alexian Cryobank. The NC need to figure out where this is quickly and take it down. It's Stealth Sunday, just to the west of the A point, up in the hill slightly. It's in a really bad spot, but it will allow more forces to be pulled into the base. You need to take it down quickly to find out where it is and take it down. These 3 bases matter tremendously. If Cryobank falls, Zealous Biolab falls, a huge amount of TR forces are being poured into Zealous Biolab just to try and make it flip. It's been like this for what time is it now? For over an hour. If the Biolab falls, you know, all those forces from TR can go be focused somewhere else. It's a huge base to get. Anything around the warp gate is a huge base.
It is definitely, yeah.
So I'm going to go over to Genuine Physics and see what's happening over there. I can see some just before I leave, some NC galaxies. Looks like they're going to group up and they're moving northwest. So I wonder if they're going for West Pass Watchtower. I'm not too sure where they're going on this base, to be honest. They could be going for Barrack Electrical actually. So let's have a quick check over there. Quite a lot of NC aircraft going towards the north. They head straight towards Raven Landing. And again, I don't understand why they are here. They need to be fighting on the ground, next to the bases that matter. Fighting over Raven Landing is not going to get you anything.
Especially when it's as critical as it is now. Like when it's literally the bases outside your warp gate, these are the only bases that matter. If you push off the Mussies from there, great, but don't follow them. Get right back to the bases and help out your ground, because that's really the best thing they can do now to stop the TR attack, is to make sure no Sunderers are allowed at Aramax. No Sunderers are allowed at Cryobank. As long as they can get Sunderers there, they can kill off the Gal drops, then the TR really have no chance to attack these bases. So the Air Force have a great role to play here. You just need to keep at it and don't get distracted by the Mussies.
So yeah, the NC are doing it quite well at Armax Chemical. They come in, they swoop down, they've started ground pounding, they've started taking out their Sundays. And again, this is what they need to be doing. They need to be focusing on the ground, focusing on bases that matter.
But this is painful. There's 4 TR Mussies, Sunderers active, and they all have manned their Walker guns. So for the NC Air Force, you can see they left the Air Force, because that's a lot of DPS, you'll die instantly. They really need to focus, they need to group up, they need to focus fire one Sunday at a time. And it seems like they just gave up. It was too much, the Walker fire.
They need to coordinate with their ground forces, tell them how critical those TR Sundays are. We'll take them down as quickly as possible, because, as you said, you know, they're bringing up so much DPS. It's a nightmare for the base. So population's currently sitting at 40 to 60 at Amerish Chemical. So the TR have a lot of ground forces. They have prowlers, they have lightnings. They are making sure this base goes through. And the TR need to the NC need to realise this. They need to realise how critical this base is. They need to literally pull all their forces from the west lane, tell them to get out wherever they are and resecure Aramax. If they stay at their bases, if they stay at West Pass, if they stay at Genuine Physics, there's absolutely no point in being there. I'd say before the recent update, maybe okay, stay there because you can still influence the lane if the base gets resecured. But if the base doesn't get resecured, all that territory is gone because you don't have the territory control.
And even the attack on Barrett Electrical, I'd say way more important to save Aramax at this point.
Exactly, yeah. Save Aramax because, again, if Aramax falls, that's about 10 bases that fall with it. That'll bring your population, your territory control down to about, I don't know, 6-7%. That is bad news. That is real bad news. You're getting on the brink of being locked out there.
And what's even more surprising now, Aramax actually has TR Air Force here. Where it should be the NC Air Force coming in and saving this base. We actually have TR Liberators and Nazis ground pounding the ground here. Yeah, this is horrible news for the NC. It felt like the Reavers were getting into the fight, like showing up where they needed to be and like killing Sunburst off to the next base, killing Sunburst. But they have to realize how important this base is.
I really don't understand the NC's behaviour here. I really don't. They literally just lost Genuine Physics. They could have pulled out of that base a long time ago. Yeah, they're sitting at Aramax Chemical, and they are letting the base go. 3, 2, 1. There you go. I don't understand. Watch this territory control now. Look at the territory control graph once it updates. I don't know how fast it actually updates on the client here. I'm trying to force it to update, but it's not doing it. But yeah, 5. But oh, there we go, 5%. That's how much the NC has.
That effectively makes it one base and they're out.
So actually, we were wrong. The TR actually needs to cap all those other bases, otherwise, it's just going to be sat there. Currently the territory control adds up to about 89%. So the TR actually needs to go and cap Shrouded Skyway, West Pass Watchtower, all them bases to actually get the content lock. But with the cap of Aramax Chemical, it does actually make it quite easier because they can't respawn in. They got a gal drop. Real bad news for the NC. Real bad news. 48 to 96 in the warp gate. They should have pulled every single one of their forces over to Aramax Chemical. I don't understand why they didn't. If anything, they should have got the Reavers. They should have just bailed, got a C4 on the Sundays, took them out. They should have literally sacrificed themselves just to make sure that base does not go through.
Yeah, definitely. There seems to be some air fighting breaking out again around Tsuma's check plant here. And we see again the NC killing off the TR quite easily. But in the end it doesn't matter because the TR were allowed to have air dominance over Aramax when it counted. Like when there's 1 minute left, if you are pounding the spawn room, then you effectively they can't leave the spawn. And sure, you come and kill them afterwards, but when the base is capped, then it's too late.
Again, I don't understand. The NC are setting up I suppose a forward command spot over Araxis firearms. I just don't understand. I wonder if you can shed some light on maybe what they're thinking as an platoon, because I don't know.
At this point, the thing about the galaxies out there, they're very slow to maneuver around, so they'll get to the fight the latest. But at this point, no, I can't really tell you what they would be doing here. I think they're struggling to figure out what to do really, because they tried to push Aramax, the walkers at least pushed them back, and then they really didn't have an answer for it. And now they're just, I don't know. I don't think they know what to do, to be honest. Like they should push everybody onto cryobank at this point.
So Azelis West Air Dock is under contention, but I'm really not seeing any air forces here. This is what we've been talking about all this match. You need to be focusing your air over bases that actually matter, bases that are under contention. You're not fighting over Raven's Landing, because that's not going to help you in any way at all. They need to get themselves over to the bases that are flipping. They need to help the Allied forces. I need to help capture the
30 minutes remaining in the match. Now, half an hour remaining.
Right now, 2 Mosquitoes have managed to pull the entire NC Air Force all the way up to the ascent, trying to follow them and kill these 2 Mosquitoes. Like, first of all, 2 Mosquito kills doesn't matter at all, and secondly, you don't have to send your entire force to fight 2 Mosquitoes, you know. They should be either cryobank or supporting the captures around the Silver Spy Lab. Like, there's no reason to be there at all. And now I even see the Air Force, they're pushing to West Pass now, I believe. Which, yeah, sure, they can help out here, but there are bases that are way more important than these, the Watchtower.
Oh, the Rex and Cryobank is flipping for TR. That means in Azelis Spy Lab, you might as well just say bye-bye.
And somehow they're managing to have an overpop, which is completely beyond me. Like, surely NC should send forces to this base here.
Exactly.
Like,
but I'm seeing absolutely 0 aircraft at all. If I was to go, excuse me, if I was to take a bet, I would say the NC Air Force are over around Raxus. Actually, I'm wrong.
But the NC Air Force
where are the NC Air Force?
They're at the West Pass Watchtower at the minute.
West Pass, that one, isn't it?
They were there, I think they pushed to Torma maybe. But again, they really need to be in the east. The east is where they can help out at the minute. And actually, Mosquitoes have showed up at the cryobank here. Now the Reavers are showing up, but we actually might see an air fight here at the cryobank.
See, what I would do in this situation is I would say about maybe half the forces of the NC need to be focused on deterring away the enemy aircraft, and then the other half would be ground pounding, making sure that the Sundays go down, making sure the TR infantry don't get to the point, and making sure the captain's not going through.
They do bring a healthy amount of liberators. I see 2-3 lips every time they pull up. They managed to kill all but one TR Sandra at this base here, and that's allowed the infantry to push in. Now it's a question if they can get the point in time. Because other than killing the Sandras and distracting infantry outside, there's not a whole lot we can do at a base like this. And Yeah, here we go. The point is splitting now. So this Air Force, they did their job here great. They need to go assist the cap on Barrack Electrical. They need to go assist Aeromax. And as soon as possible, there's no point to stay behind here.
Yeah, and this is what we've been saying all the time. You need to go to bases that matter. Like, the NC did realise, okay, we went to, what's it called, Crybank. We went to Crybank, we influenced it, we helped re-secure it. You know, that's what they need to realise, and they need to do the same for the other bases. They need to focus around the warp gate, go for Barrack Electrical, go for Aeromax, and make sure these bases goes through. But they're not. Countless times we've seen them hovering over Axis firearms, doing what? What are they achieving by sitting over there? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah. I see a decent sized force of mosquitoes actually over Firearms Corp right now. But to be honest, I don't think we should be too harsh in condemning the way the Reapers Connery did defeat their air, because it's not like Emerald did it much better, you know. They would hold up at Ascent and bases like that, which is again, you know, no use at all for
But the
the
thing
fighting
is,
use on the ground.
sitting at the Ascent, they were pulling the NC aircraft over to the centre, where they can bring them to the
That is true,
Hungary.
definitely. Yeah, that is true.
And while that was happening, you could see the rest of the well, 2 or 3 Mozzies at each base just helping it go through.
I think Connery went into this match way too focused on winning the air fights, not really having a plan and a strategy for what to do if they won the air fight, you know. Because if they were expecting like tough opposition for the entire match, and maybe that's what they were planning originally to counter that situation. But it turned out that Emerald's air just got pushed over very easily, and Connery just really failed to capitalize on the air superiority they managed to get quite easily, to be honest. So yeah, if there's one thing they can take with them from this fight, is they need to prepare it when they get air superiority. They need to know how to be effective. They need to know which bases to be at, and perhaps they need better communication with the ground forces to help facilitate that. But that is definitely what I've taken from this match. Like the Connery air would win 9 out of 10 air fights, but then they wouldn't know what to do with themselves, you know.
So I see the NC are coming over Barrack Electrical now, making sure any TR forces on the ground are taken care of to help their allies on point. Again, this is what we need to see. You know, they're starting to step it up now, but I feel it's a bit too late.
The TR are still managing to trickle out with a lot of suppression fire from strikers here. They have managed to break out the spawn container and might actually make it to the point. What people don't realize is strikers are very terrifying in big amounts, and in a place like ServerSmash you can get like 24 heavies to run strikers, and suddenly you can create a full no-fly zone. And as you see right now, there's barely any Reavers at all over this space here. And those who try to pound the spawn, they just gets taken out before they really can do anything. Like there's no ground pounding at all now at this space because of those striker heavies.
So yeah, looks like Barrack Electrical is about to go through for the NC, which is good to see. Definitely good to see.
It is definitely good, but the TR are just outside So it depends really on the point hold here.
Actually, there's a lot of TR forces there, and not many
There
I see.
is,
If you look
exactly,
at the different sides of the wall, that's a scary thought.
This Scat Max really has his work cut out for him, and yeah, he died here, so... Oh, they got it!
They did get it. And if you would have saw the difference on the sides of the wall...
Yeah.
if the TR moved 5 seconds earlier, easily could have resecured it.
That is sloppy play, I'd say, from TR. They had a huge advantage in numbers.
The thing is with this, it's going to make it far more difficult to be able to capture the whole 94% if that is what they're going for. Mainly because currently now, Wokook Watchtower, Toromore Storage and Aramax do not count towards the territory control. So in order to get them back inside the percentage, they need to capture Wokook Lab Station. So, but obviously that's definitely going to go through, but it's just going to prolong the win, I suppose.
Yeah, and then with 20 minutes left in the match now, they came close once at Sellers, but Connery came back hard, and it doesn't seem like the platoons in that lane have had any success with breaking this biolab. Just see huge movements of TR on the map at both Orex's firearms and Hyros. It might be gal drops coming in now. Or the Air Force, maybe, I'm not sure. Yeah, I see a few galaxies here trying to make it, but the NC are doing a good job with the Reavers to deny the galaxies to make it to the base, so again, that's good play, and TR have resorted to Walker Sundays and Sky Guards again. We see Sunrise starting to pull out of the firearm space here.
So yeah, it looks like the TR are going to go heavily for Zealous Biolab. Make sure this cap goes through, which is good play, because to get Barrack Electrical and a Raxian Cryobank again, it's going to be difficult. But yeah, if they can capture Zealous Biolab, just absolutely overpop it, the lane will fall in no time. I think Zealous South Bridge, that's a pretty easy base to defend. Again, Granite Valley Garrison, while it is a 3-point base, if they send enough forces, it's going to go easily. I mean, there's 2 bases that can be attacked here by the TR, so all they need is 100 to 120 people on each one, and there you go. That's the base gone easily.
Yeah.
If you overpop it, you will get anything. And I can see there's 63%, so 2-to-1 population around Aramax Chemical.
Yeah, I'm seeing this as well.
Still half the point.
And it seems like you want to avoid being dominated, and yeah, it's honorable. You're trying to push out Aramax, but they really need to keep an eye on this sort of Biolab here, because that can flip so quickly. And if your forces can't react get there within a few minutes, like 2 minutes, if you can't get there so quickly, you suddenly lose the Biolab. So
I've seen quite a small fight of aircraft over Aramax Chemical. There's quite a few Reavers and Mosquitoes in the sky doing a little battle. And again, this is over contested territory. This is what needs to be happening. The NC have realised that there's enemy aircraft. They need to gain our superiority, and then they can start ground bombing the plane.
We saw the Reavers trying to push on Barrack as well, but again the Walker Sunday fire from the north just completely denies them. So yeah, they made the good choice. They didn't waste their Reavers trying to kill the Sundays. They moved to the west where they can actually help out, but in doing so they're massively overpopulated that base, and yeah, it's counting down, but are you maybe wasting your resources there? The infantry have the numbers. You can pull your aircraft to where they can maybe be more effective than staying around here.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Aramax Chemical, it's got 70% to 30%. That's a huge amount of numbers. That must be what, I think 96 plus definitely. Just note that obviously both of these teams are enemies for us, so 96 plus may not be representative. It could be 40 on either side. But nonetheless, that is a lot of forces. You can just see it in the air, you can see it on the ground in vehicles, and you can see it on infantry on the point. They've put a lot of force into this base. Yeah, if they look over to Zealous, that's going to fall, and that is a key base. If they lose Zealous, that lane it will fall. They'll grab momentum, they'll steamroll each base, and there you go. That might be your 94%.
Yeah.
So
looking from the air side of the perspective here, you can't really do much in a biolab unless you want to ditch your aircraft, which if you're not certain your infantry players will get there in time, I would totally ditch my aircraft and go to this biolab. But the Air Force at this time, they can really be the most effective at Barrack Electrical, where we see 0 aircraft from NC at this moment. They're all staying at the Aramax, which is now 85% in NC favor at the pub. There's no reason for the Air Force to be there at this moment. They can swing over to Barrack in a few seconds, and here they can actually help out their team.
Exactly. They just need to keep on their toes, find fights that they can actually influence, rather than just sitting there trying to kill maybe that one guy that comes out of the spawn room. You know, they need to find fights where they can influence the game.
Yeah, we see the Reavers coming in now, killing the Sundays, so that's definitely good. Here I'm at the Barrack Electrical.
See, the thing is, I just saw a Valkyrie drop off 6 guys on point on Barrack Electrical. That should not be allowed to happen. The NC Reavers should be on that as soon as they come into sight and take it down quickly.
And this is absolutely brutal. I'm inside, and again, the Air Force could easily have prevented this, but the TR were giving the time to pull in tons of Sunderers into the A point here. One Sunderer just gets taken out, but they shouldn't even been allowed to get this far. The air should have been here. The Liberators should have killed them before they even managed to drive all the way up here. That's a long drive. You can easily kill the Sunday before they get in.
So it looks like Barrack Electrical's going to fall.
It definitely does, yeah.
Extreme mismanagement of resources. There's 0 population of TR in Aramax Chemical. They've got 48 to 96 NC. You can't say that's not bad play.
And Silas is falling now.
You cannot justify sending a whole platoon to Ghost Gap when the next base along has just lost.
But Silas might actually give the domination. No, yeah.
End of match. Congratulations to Emerald for winning with a dominating victory over Connery. Can we please get the force commanders in the interview channel? Thank you.
We'll hop up to the interview channel as well.
Yeah, sounds good.
There you go. So domination victory by Emerald with about 12 minutes, 13 minutes left over.
Yeah, 30 minutes.
Mail, is the clock going to stop, or have you frozen stats?
I've frozen stats, so the clock will keep going.
Awesome, thank you. All right, we'll need to get some of our. We'll need to get some of our reps up here and the force commanders and just kind of see what happened-ish. Kind of force composition, structure, and all that kind of stuff. But ultimately, it was basically just Emerald being Emerald, applying a lot of pressure on Connery on multiple lanes, back and forth, and just slowly taking base at a time after a time. And while the reps get there, let's have a look at some stats.
User joined your channel.
Well, I don't know about the timeline, but it's basically about 1.5k advantage in terms of kills for Emerald. Assuming that's even accurate, I don't even think that is. Dude, check that out. 2 top kills are actually from Connery. 254 kills.
There was a Korean guy on Connery that was really good a few games ago. He got a lot of kills.
He must have a buddy because 191 and 189. And the second guy has 218 kills. Man, that's pretty crazy.
Kills? What?
Yeah, 218. Well, the top guy's 254.
Oh, 218 kills. I thought you said 218 kills. So...
Oh, team, yeah, okay.
That'd be impressive. And see.
Apparently, sorry, I'm just reading chat while we're waiting for the reps to get into position. I suck anyway. It is true, guys. I do suck pretty bad. I did yawn a lot today. No, man, it was fine. Connery did great. They did what they could. I hope they had a lot of fun. We're going to go talk to them now. So we're going to drop down to the interview channel and see what the guys have got to say to us.
Do we want to move?
Yeah, let's go.
User left your channel.
Well,
guys.
That hurt.
Yay! Well, to be honest, I had kind of fun casting it. We were really cheering for you, Connery. We were cheering so hard for you, Connery. Did Emerald just, like, even though they think of you as a younger brother, did they just kind of beat up on you today?
It certainly was quite beating, yes. I give Connery major props for hanging in there with me. We were right up. We were above the 230 mark all the way to the end, so I got to give them awesome props for being so tough out there today while we were facing such odds.
I guess question for Emerald is, today you were playing against Connery, you even lent them some of your forces, is that correct? You lent them some of your forces to field a team, is that correct?
Yeah, actually, huge respect to 1TR.
Right, so, I mean, like, was it just like any game with Connery, we're just going to play, we'll give them some people, you know, they're our little brother, as I said, but we're just basically going to beat the crap out of them and we get as much percentage as possible. Was that the kind of game plan?
Fortunately, we lent, I shouldn't say lent, we traded permanently a bunch of our fantastic players over to Emerald as well, so.
User joined your channel.
But yeah, to answer the question, we weren't going to play easy because that wouldn't exactly be the most respectful thing. Because, like, I don't know, we go in playing to win, as almost always. So.
Well, and you have to think about the wider tournament as well, don't you? You know, you have to get the most. If you're going by wins or then territory percentage, whoever's the highest gets, you know, first pick on the playoffs. So I guess that's also another reason to keep, you know, to play hard.
Yeah, and I don't think we have to worry about getting our score adjusted tonight. So,
Seb, maybe you want to ask some questions about the air game, what they kind of thought about it.
Yeah, me and Rob followed the air game through the entire match. First, a quick question. Emerald, how many people did you have in the air platoon tonight?
Synthesis.
We had 48 people.
48, all right. But yeah, because what we noticed through the fight, there was a lot of great air fights throughout the entire match, and usually the big kind of air fights would often go in Connery's way, like with quite a huge margin. But Connery just didn't manage to leverage the air power that they had. Was it just you like outmaneuvering their airball, or how did you see the match going? The question for Synthesis.
Oh, well, for starters, that wasn't the air lead, but I mean, there was a few points where we were definitely inconvenienced by your air, so it was definitely a strong suit for you.
Yeah, especially
a couple times, you know, I'd hear over command like, "Oh, well, we were on our way to, you know, Tormar, but we got shot out of the air before we got there," which it does not happen often at all. So the fact that it was happening is a real plus side for Connery.
Yeah, especially right at the end there. That was, they kind of anchored their airball just to the north of Barrack, and that actually really screwed with us. Like, our air wasn't really able to deal with that.
Yeah, it definitely looked that way. Just to clarify, I wasn't playing up. I was observing in the airstream. Do we have the Connery air leader here?
I'm looking for him. I do not see him in channel. Let me see if he's around still.
All right, but do Connery have any comments on the air from the leadership perspective then?
I got to give major props to our air folks. They did a great job. We know Amerish is so key. You know, I don't really know how our galaxies were moving around in the air, but I know our airball stuck together and was definitely giving them a good fight the whole time.
User was moved
Big
to
props
channel.
to George W. Bush for running that, along with Scourge of the Server, and Lacomi for rallying his troops as well. George is here now. He can make any quick comment on what he thought about the air game.
I honestly felt like the air game was very solid. It was stalemate for the first 30 minutes or so, but after that it was I would like to say it was pretty much strongly within our favor. Every time our airballs met, the system we had rolling, using the Japanese to go forward first and just the Americans for lock-on support was very solid. The only thing I could have really asked for, or the only thing that really stood out to me, was that not having the ascent really became a massive pain in our ass. Not to the point where it became a huge issue for us, but they could pull a bunch of aircraft pretty much nonstop. They had strong AA support from the ascent, so it really limited our options in the middle. But otherwise, it was good. Can't say enough good things about my platoon.
Well, the ascent. Speaking about the ascent, Emerald did manage to steal the major bases, most of the 3 and 4 point bases from Connery. And did you guys really plan on it, Synthesis?
Oh yeah.
Split Peak was a very impressive cap. We were talking about it. Like, you're 67% population for Connery, but the way with the new game mechanics, and I wonder if Connery, if you guys were aware of it, that the last second, whoever has, you know, the most cap points takes the base, and then we see that there was just like a drop on the Bravo point, I think it was, to get the number of points, and then all of a sudden the TR takes it. I mean,
the Bastion was the first sort of base where we did that, and it honestly it worked like clockwork because we had enough time to repel Macaulay Auxiliary, capture Araxicom network, and then immediately after network we just redeployed right over to the Bastion with 2 minutes left, swept Connery off point, and took it. It was brilliant.
Yeah, that was the plan going into it. We did the same. We got really worried, though, with Split Peak, as you guys were pointing out, because that got a little hairy there right at the last second, but we ended up pulling it off, so props to Negator for that.
Yes, I'm going to ask about upcoming games, unless anyone's got anything burning to ask. Connery, you guys are now going against Cobalt, so I mean, are you guys feeling maybe good for that? And that's in the 10th of October on the Hossen map. You guys just going to go away and maybe think what went wrong today? How can we do better? How can we play tactical play? Because I see aggressive spirit. I see good strategic play. It just seems to be that when you choose to attack, the tactical play of how you attack is just not quite there for when the enemy team comes back, redeploys, or tries to make a save. I mean, so with this upcoming Cobalt game, are you just going to be running maybe more practice stuff, or just kind of looking over where it went wrong and maybe kind of getting ready for the next game?
Yeah, as you know, with Connery right now, a lot of our veteran outfits aren't participating. It's all the people that are stepping up are awesome. We just got to keep working. You know, we have some people that are coming back that have participated a while back, and now they're a little bit newer. People that haven't been doing it for the past, 15 matches. So that's where we're at. We're at the drawing board. We're working hard. They're going out. I mean, people work their asses off for this match, which I really appreciate. They're working hard. And some of the people that,
left your channel.
they're just getting used to the pace of ServerSmash. They're learning that pace. And that's exactly what we just got to keep doing. Just keep trying to get used to that pace. And especially with the new changes, as you know, it's all about timing and hitting those points. It's not about, we had a platoon sitting at Lithcore. We had 48 people basically not involved in the opener fight, because Lithcore is empty. It's all about getting those. It's going to be dropping as many people you can as on the right points at the right base at the right time. It's going to be who can drop the right platoons at the last 10-second mark to take it on those bases with the new neutral changes. So it's just a matter of managing those new changes and learning how to work around them and move fast enough to achieve that.
I guess the important thing is, so long as you guys are having fun, I mean, no one likes losing, it sucks, but so long as you guys are having fun and enjoying the game and then improving, that's all you can really ask for, right?
I hope so. I'm going to come out here and try to represent Connery. I hope everyone's having fun. I just got to say a big thank you to everyone that came out and fought all the way to the end with me.
And I guess I have to ask the question now to Emerald. On the 4th of October, you guys are playing Briggs on Essemir. So Briggs being one of the main opposition for top spot and this thing. I mean, how guys are you feeling about that?
Well, like all the smashes we're going into, I mean, we're going to take it seriously. It's Briggs. They're the only server that has beaten us in the last 10 matches. So we're always prepared to take them on, and we always feel their force more than competently. So we're going to be prepared for that one. And it's coming for Skippy.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, did any of the other casters or anyone else want to ask anyone questions before we move off?
There's something weird I saw this game. There was a lot of vanguards used by the entity forces of Connery. I was wondering if that was something that was decided for the match, or if it was just an outfit that's got a lot of vanguards.
I think it's a situation when you're on the defensive so much, you're trying to figure out how you can actually move into a base. You know, I watched Emerald take absolute advantage of, especially harassers and sunderers, which is a key point. You know, there's points where we have a platoon on lane, and it's up to that platoon leader to decide how they're going to push out from there. I think being on the defensive, you take that time to regroup, and that's when you end up with those armor columns moving forward.
I think it's an argument for using empties in the defense or defense, but it was just I've never seen them used so consistently across all the lanes. I just wanted to know if it was a doctrine.
Yeah, platoon leader's calling that one.
All right.
Sorry,
well, cool. You asking anyone else?
No, I've got no more questions.
All right, cool. Well, I guess thank you very much for playing today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves on Amerish. With that, we'll leave you off. We'll leave you guys now, and maybe final words, whatnot. And yeah, okay. So we're gonna head that channel. I'll leave you guys to just kind of chat away and digest the game, and we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks in October.
Great, thanks
Good
much.
game, Connor.
Thank you.
Yeah, good game.
Muted.
Yeah, good game, especially the air.
Good game, both.
Whoever was leading air. Much respect.
User left your channel. User left your channel. User was moved to your channel.
Okay, guys, so that will be the end of the stream. Thanks for joining us on this stream. I hope you had a nice time. You saw some interesting fights and other commentary. We'll see you on the next ServerSmash.